we get the Northern Air Temple, which is amazing.
Amazing. It's
They
gorgeous. I
say,
do.
I was gonna say, they say at
No,
the
you're.
bottom that they were never totally satisfied with the look of the Southern Air
I was
Temple.
gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but they had the opportunity to improve upon it whenever they went to the Northern Air Temple. So they made it
Mhm.
more dramatic and more impressive. Which, like, yeah, it'd be curious, or it'd be cool to go back and watch these two episodes like back to back to
It
see.
really was. Yeah.
Because like I don't really like, because like whenever I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, it looks like the Southern Air Temple. Because like that's what an
It
air
looks the
temple
same,
looks
just
like,
like a little. Yeah, that's what an air temple looks like.
like
It was just a
at a
little bit
glance.
grander, maybe.
Yeah, but I mean it's epic.
And
It's such a
it's
cool
so cool.
design.
I like. They talk about it was inspired by Brian's snowboarding trip to
Hmm.
Whistler Blackcomb. I don't know
Very
where that
nice.
is, but that's very nice. I think that's very cool. But yeah, it's like the snow with the black rock, and I love
It's
how
got
the
nice
castle just it like loops around the
spirals.
top. Yeah, it spirals.
Hmm.
It's so beautiful. And then we also get
It's
to see a bit of the inventions of the mechanist. And we get to
yes,
see a bit of
we
the
get
designs of the balloon,
the wheelchair glider, which is really
wheelchair
cool.
glider, your
We get the
Batmobile,
Batmobiles. Yeah,
the
we get
Batmobiles.
the Fire Nation Batmobiles.
For
Um,
listeners who are just tuning in, Alex says that the tanks with the points look like the the original Batmobile.
no,
What?
so they operate the same as what would be the second, well, the Batmobile and Batman Forever. I'm not gonna try to number it because there's also the Batmobile from the '66 series. So like there's that one, and then there's the one that he has in '89, which is like the Burton Batmobile that everyone like thinks about. Then there's also like the Batman the Animated Series Batmobile, which is a different one. But then the Batman Forever
Okay,
one.
okay, cutting you off. Back to Avatar. Back to Avatar. We see the cool tanks.
Yes, they are very cool. They're so detailed, which is wild that they did those as 3D designs too, like in the show.
Yeah,
It's a lot. The air balloon
and
is
the
also
stink
super,
bombs.
super cool.
I love the air balloon. I actually do. I am going to go back to the live action. We did see the air balloon in it. It looked pretty cool.
Hmm.
They did a good job with
Yeah,
that. That looked awesome.
we'll give them that.
That translated
Um,
well.
yeah. So then we get the waterbending master. So the
Here we
episode we
are.
just finally got to.
We just saw to.
So we get all the character designs for Paku, Yue, the other water tribes people, um, which is cool. I mean, they look like the water tribe does. They're a little fancy and cosmopolitan in contrast to
Mhm.
the more rugged southern tribe, which
I do
makes
like
sense.
they
This
say
is
that like they're more like higher society, like a big city.
Yeah,
They
which I
have.
mean, you definitely like obviously can tell just from the get go with like how
Mhm.
structured the northern water tribe is and the North Pole is, as opposed to just the small village of the southern water tribe.
And I mean, the Southern Water
Um,
Tribe was like, I'm wondering if the Southern Water Tribe used to be like that or was on its way to this, but because of the war
in the war,
and they were
yeah,
ravaged by it, they couldn't build up anymore and they were just left with a small encampment.
yeah,
But this is, I guess, what it would have looked like if it was left untouched. And
yeah, which is interesting, I
that's
guess, that
very
the
interesting.
like Fire Nation didn't try harder to get them under control because you feel like they probably could have if they like why didn't they try to lay siege to them like they just did at
Earlier.
the finale? Yeah, seems
Hmm.
like a missed opportunity on
I guess maybe
your.
they never did, and then they were like, we'll try later. We got every. They were too worried about the Earth Kingdom. I wonder
Yeah, I guess that makes
if they
sense.
didn't have enough people.
There's no
Hmm.
war in Bossing, say. What are you talking
There is. Hey, we're gonna get there, okay?
about? I love that on the character design sheets you get Aang's height in comparison to like UA and Paku.
Yes,
Like that they do
he's so
that. It's
small.
it's so funny. Um,
Wait, does it say? Oh, I thought it gave like how many
his
feet.
actual height.
His actual height. I
No,
mean,
it
he is a
doesn't.
12-year-old. He's probably like what, four.
4. What
There's a
4?
number there. There's a number there.
I know. I feel like
I
there is,
can't
but
see it.
no,
Hopefully, our producer can zoom in on that on the digital
I can't.
version,
I cannot
and
see.
we can get a number. But
Um,
I'd love to know how tall Aang is.
but yeah, and then the opposite page we get some of the concept art for the actual city itself, which just looks awesome. Again,
I
like they
love
do.
the concept of this city. It's something about it is so cozy. I want to walk these streets so
See,
bad.
I
I
do
want to
not.
live in this city.
I feel like it is not cozy. I feel like it is very sterile and like
Being
not.
cold.
Yeah,
I
and
feel like
freezing.
maybe
It's
if you
all
go inside the places, they put like carpets down, like
that's true,
whaleskin
probably.
carpets and
It just doesn't help that like the entire thing, it's just white, like all of it.
yeah,
Like it's just white slash light blue. Like it's
it's
not
so cold.
it's not inviting. It's very bitter. I mean, it looks epic though. Like it's a great design. They crushed it. I love they do a consistently phenomenal job with the city designs and everything like that.
And
But
the
yeah,
details. Like you'll even see like there's a bridge that they designed. And the bridge has these beautiful. It's not just a basic bridge. It has these insignias on it. There's these beautiful curling stairs that go
yeah, they
down
go into
the
the bridge
walkway.
design, which is so extra,
Oh,
like
so
as
extra
opposed
fun.
to just a normal staircase. And then we also get
I
some
love
like
it.
keyframes of the duel between Katara and Paku, which is sick. You
Oh,
see some of the, like ice turning into water, turning back into ice. Like
so cool.
it's awesome. And then
It's just
uh
amazing.
continuing on the next page is
Continuing
still
on.
just more of the city design,
Mhm.
which is just like it's
We
so
have like
grand.
it's so great. I
It's
love
so
like the
awesome.
little
They
things that they point out, like the barracks that they have, the totems that face the ocean,
the
their little
huge wall.
flags.
I like on
The
this
huge wall.
like these two pages you get to see the normal like the just penciled designs of it, and then on the
Mm,
opposite page you get to see the full like rendered and colored version of it. That's what I'm talking about. It's just all white. Like it's not this does not look cozy. I'm sorry.
hater, hater.
It looks really cool, but like I need 18 layers before I step foot in this place. And
18 layers.
and
Hey,
I
they
like the
look
cold.
so I love how they're dressed. They are dressed
Also,
for this
this is a
weather.
super like not actual problem or nitpick. It is it's a problem. I mentioned this in the live action version when we talked about the finale, and I noticed it whenever I was watching this because I thought about the fact that I mentioned it, and I don't begrudge them as much for it in this as I do in the live action one. But like you never see anyone's breath except for the two close up shots
Oh,
of Katara whenever she's fighting Paco, and it's supposed to be super dramatic, and then you see her breath. But I'm like, it is like 0 degrees here at best. Like,
we're in the North Pole.
yeah, like come on.
You're right. I forgot about that. That's like
Which like I
something we
get that
never
they're not
see.
gonna animate that for literally everyone every time
Every
anyone
shot.
talks.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. I begrudge it more in the live action because it's way more noticeable when real people that you are supposed to be in the Arctic, you can't see their breath because it should be hotter. So like in animation, I give them more of a pass for it. But
Yeah.
like it is something that I did notice.
In
So I
live
was like,
action, you were like,
they did it again. Like it's fine.
it's
Or I guess
fine.
did it originally,
It's
but
fine.
it does make it more funny whenever they do like the close-ups of Katara when she and like in the middle of the fight with Baku, and like you
And
do
she
see
does
her
have
breath.
that.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like all dramatic because like
I
obviously
wonder if they're
breath.
like, we're zoomed out. You can't see it.
I mean, yeah, you could. Yeah, that's a fair
It's
argument for
that and
that.
like nobody's slipping. I feel like it'd be very slippery here. You know?
They just have incredible traction on their boots.
They have great traction. Anyways, moving on,
Um,
we are back. This is now the coming episodes that we will
yeah.
see.
So we'll slip
Some
into the
artwork.
finale talk a little bit, but the artwork is again, it's so good.
So good. I
You get
love the
interiors.
detail. Yeah, the
Yeah.
interiors, the weapons that they use and everything. And they said that they were talking about like, what do you do with limited resources? What kind of weapons do you have? And
Hmm.
actual like Inuit societies do use like a lot of bone and a lot of animal skins. So I like that
Yeah.
that is used throughout here. The totem, the ice wolf totem head is so awesome. I
I
like
love
the
how you do.
circular entrances.
Yeah, they look really cool. You also can. It's because they're the whale ribs, which makes sense. So they're arched. Um,
I didn't even. I I just thought it was snow. You're right. It is. Yeah, they use the whale ribs.
as like the outline. You also they do make a note that it is the chief's palace. So like the leader is called a chief, even though his daughter is a princess.
Uh
So
huh.
sure, guys.
They're
um,
bending elements, Alex. It's fictional. Let them have
I mean,
this.
yeah, it's fine. Um, again, just the level of detail in all of the entire city is so cool. Like
I
that
love the
shot
details.
with the chief's palace at the top in the very like distant background, and then all the way down to like the street level, like
I
the
like how they show how
bridge and the
deep the
waterway.
water goes too.
Yeah, yeah, like you can see through
It's
it.
like carved out. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
It's
I
very
love that.
cool.
I also love that we see on the next page, we see Zuko and Iroh's little cold outfits, how they keep
I
warm.
love Iroh in the hood.
Iroh in the
It's
hood.
so.
I like Zuko's traction boots,
Hmm. Yeah,
little
see, that's
like
why he's not
snow
slipping.
claws. That's why he's
He was
not
pre-
slipping.
he
He was
was
ready.
prepared.
He was
Yeah.
prepared. They know where they're going.
We get another like Spirit World little vignette at the bottom, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Which we'll get
There's
into
your
that.
that looks cozy, right? Alex, that's cozy. It's warm.
I mean, it's
Warm
warm.
tone.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
They do say it's a warm toned break from all the blue snow.
and then the following 2 pages are character design and then storyboard for Koizilla, which we will get to a lot of
We'll get to
discussion
Koizilla.
in next week. But
I do
it's
love
pretty,
that they call him Koizilla. That's so great.
yeah, it's pretty epic. Like I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a koi Godzilla.
It's Koi Godzilla.
Like,
Yeah, it's so
with any,
direct. Like you cannot have like an anime inspired show without a little bit of a reference to Godzilla.
yeah, and I like that the sphere in the middle is very reminiscent of his sphere from the pilot. It's cool.
Yeah,
Like he's got his little ball of energy.
that's what the Avatar state does. It keeps him protected in the head.
Yeah,
I wonder how he breathes in that.
he's got air in there.
Right?
I mean, presumably
he's
the same way
Airbender.
that, yeah, presumably the same way that he still breathed in the big energy bubble in the ice in the first place.
Yeah.
It's
One of
the
those
same,
things we don't have to think about too hard.
same type stuff. But yeah, it's just a heart of energy, which is wild. The way that it glows throughout when it's actually animated is insane.
It's
Just,
so I like that they point out like where we're glowing, where it's going,
yeah.
all the movement.
And the storyboard sequence of him like turning into Koizilla is also just like so wild.
It's so epic.
It's so well done. And this also
so dramatic.
at the bottom of the storyboard, it says this storyboard by Dave Filoni unfortunately marked the end of his directorial run on Avatar. After completing the finale, Dave left to become the supervising director of the Clone Wars. So again, we mentioned it a couple times throughout the season, but like fun fact, if you didn't know, Dave Filoni worked on Avatar before he worked on the Clone Wars, which is pretty. And then of course now he's like doing an
Midas
ungodly amount
touch
of stuff with Star Wars, which he Midas touch. We'll see about that.
Well, hey, that's a different podcast.
Yeah,
That's a different
that is
podcast.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, I mean, fantastic stuff here still, nonetheless. But yeah, that's the art book.
Grace, that is the beautiful art book. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about it, Alex?
Great work by the artists.
Great work, guys. Great work. You did it. You did beautiful work. You crushed it. It's just so nice to see like these artists work so hard and they put so much work into it. And it's really nice to appreciate it and see it all come to fruition and everything. Hey, Aspect listener. Enjoying the show?
Then be sure to subscribe here on The Aspect so you never miss an episode.
And check out more episodes and clips on our playlist here.
Thanks so much for watching, and
Lamio Hotman.